Hey guys, welcome to Nonstop November. Trying to post a video every day this month. Wait a minute, before I even jump into that, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I hope you are enjoying your weekend and I hope you have your weekends free because we need free time, okay? But wanted to talk with you guys about everything that's in the news, with Kevin Spacey, also with all of the sexual harassment allegations. And every time any of this stuff happens, people are always like, well, why didn't they say something before? We always know what the response to that is that normally women don't come forward because they don't feel like people will believe them, and they feel that way for a reason. The track record is there, the legacy is there. It seems like when it comes to rape or sexual harassment, the woman is always placed in a position of proving that she's not lying, right? What did she have on? Did it really happen the way she said? Did she lead him on? And women know that this is how society looks at it. But I want to take a quick little different take on what we're seeing with everything that's happening in Hollywood. And I'd like to compare that to like just sexual harassment, discrimination in the workplace. But I do think it's a little extra nuance there when it is a matter of your livelihood or a matter of your career. So the reality is, for something to be so prevalent, you already know that a lot of people have got to know what is going on in the workplace, in Hollywood. They've got to know what's going on if something is that prevalent. But nobody says anything, and everybody just they play along. Even the people who are the victim of the sexual harassment and the people who are the victim of discrimination. And I think it's often, especially for people who are trying to climb the ladder or people who are trying to, like say in Hollywood, trying to stay on the A-list or get on the A-list. If you're concerned about your career, I think this makes people even more hesitant to come forward because they know that the response is not going to be good and that they will be blackballed. And this again is not a feeling that they just have out of thin air. There's proof, right? What happens when you protest? NFL. You're also viewed as a troublemaker if you speak up. It would never be said, but what is really viewed as that when you're a troublemaker is that, look, this is the way it is. You're expected to navigate these waters the way they are, and if you're not successful, somehow it's your fault. That is the sickness that's underneath that, although that would never be said. So you don't want to be seen as a troublemaker because you know that if you speak up or if you try to defend yourself or defend others, that's how you're going to be viewed, right? So, and then you have situations where you have successful women and successful minorities who, unlike some other people who may be in a position of privilege where they've never even experienced any of these things, so they're in their fantasy world of it's not real, or even worse yet, they're just indifferent to it because it's not their reality. Those the minority of successful people and women who are successful sometimes don't speak up either when they know this type of stuff is happening because they're trying to protect their slice of the pie. They don't want to be seen as a troublemaker or somebody who's not assimilating, someone who's not fitting whatever the culture is to stay, on the career path of being seen well, being received well, and in line for that next big promotion, to still get invited to all of the right meetings and all of the right parties, so they too remain silent, even though they know that this is a reality. I think it won't get better in the workplace of Hollywood, the workplace of corporate America. I think it won't get better because real discussions aren't had. Real discussions aren't had. If you are a woman and if you are a minority in the workplace, you probably know the conversations that you have when you find like-minded people, but it's conversations you have in secret. You know that nobody really cares about what it is that you're experiencing. And so you talk in your safe cluster, if you will, as a matter of survival and sometimes maybe even for some coping, but you just know that there's nowhere for you to go with your concerns because it's not going to be well received and you're going to be most likely blackballed. I think the people who are in positions of power are not sympathetic to these issues because a lot of times I think, again, it's not their reality. You know, it's something that they just turn a blind eye to. But then if something big blows up and it's a big scandal, then somebody might say, you know, I should have done more, I should have said more. And for me, you don't get any trophy for that, because if you know someone is being discriminated against, if you know somebody is being sexually harassed and God forbid raped, and you say nothing, I don't give you a trophy because when the scandal breaks, now you're saying something. I look at you a little bit side-eyed anyway, because I'm like, I don't know, are you saying something because there's something in your closet? You know, why are you trying to get on the bandwagon now of, is it a redemption bandwagon? So you can just kind of keep that. Will this ever get fixed? Will this ever change? Hell if I know. I don't know how it changes. I really don't know how it changes, because all of this comes from such a systemic rot that it's a lot of people who don't care about this, either from a perspective of it's not their world, it's not, they don't have to experience it, or they are indifferent. And so it's such a systemic rot that allows these things to even fester and exist. I don't know how it changes, but I hope it will change one day. That's it for Sandy's 2 cents in this Nonstop November. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. I now am going to finish my drink. Until the next time, bye.